Thank you for joining us again for another sermon highlights. Today I'm here again with my pastor, Dr. Harold Thomas III. Sir, I want to thank you for coming back here and sharing the highlights, the main point with us today. The topic that you chose was availability, not ability. Can you just go ahead and kind of elaborate on that and just give us the highlights of it?
Sure. Good to be back, Elder. The theme was taken from Isaiah 6, verse 8. It was our prayer, fast, and Sabbath. And the overall overarching theme was, Lord, use me. Or use me, Lord. And so Isaiah 6, 8 is a classic. Verses 1 through 8 is when Isaiah has a vision of the very presence of God. He's overwhelmed by God's holiness, who he is, and what he's about. And he felt unclean and unright to be in the very presence of God. God takes the initiative through the angels and take coal from the altar, places on his lips, and tells him his sins are atoned for, he's right. So the next thing goes, God asks the question, who should go for us?
Right.
And Isaiah responds, here I am, send me. He made himself available. He didn't ask a whole lot of questions about am I qualified? Where am I going? Who's going to be a part of me? How much I'm going to make? How much time is it going to take? God asked the question, who will go for us? And he says, here I am. He made himself available, not the ability. Sometimes those who are most gifted never have the time, never make themselves available. The ability is there, but they're so busy sometimes, or they think that their abilities have gotten to the point where it needs to be paid for in order to be used in the church setting, or there's conflict with other people. He just needs for you to say yes, and he will take care of the rest. He will equip you. And so with the sermon, I just walked through the mere fact that first Isaiah was shown the very might and the power and the magnificent presence God brings, that God is in control. So who's asking you is the one that's almighty.
Exactly.
So the one who's almighty has the power to deal with your weakness because he felt undone, cleanses him. So God reveals himself, cleanses him, prepares him, and sends him.
Wow. And it's the same thing you kind of refer to as well with us in the church. You know, as long as we make ourselves available, God will equip us with whatever he wants us to do. We're not going to say, all right, you know what, I've never done this before, I've never done that, I don't have the ability to do this. But if you make yourself available, he will give you the ability.
Exactly. He showed himself as powerful and mighty from the beginning. So when one steps back and asks, who's asking me to go? Well, I know him. He's powerful and he's merciful.
Yes.
And he's the one that's asking. So his biddings are enablings. So God will use us. All we have to do is to avail ourselves. Stop making excuses. I'm not talented enough.
Right.
I don't have enough education. I don't have enough money. The people are too sedity. I don't know what gifts I have. Stop making excuses and say, God, here I am. Send me.
Amen. 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 Pastor, I want to thank you. Thank you for coming back here and sharing the highlights with us, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.